Mamy kolejne nowe przecieki. Moi drodzy, zapraszam serdecznie, musimy to obejrzeć, bo wyjawili, naprawdę jest mega. To, co się dzieje, jakie nowe rodzaje Skibidi Toilet, to jest zastanawiające. Myślę, że Sojusz będzie miał problemy.
A new spoiler for part 1 of episode
Lecimy z
72
tym.
appeared in Boom's merch store. And if we received a new spoiler, it means that a new episode will be released very soon. And in this video, we will look at this leaked frame, and I will also tell you when the new episode will be released. But before we get into all this,
Myślę,
make
że
sure to
dzisiaj
join my
będzie
Discord because
odcinek.
it is my subscribers who receive leaks and new information the fastest.
Bruh.
Hello friends, you're on the channel.
Siema,
Subscribe to
bajo!
the channel and press the like button under the video to speed up the release of the next video.
No właśnie, lajki zostawiać, komentować, subskrybować, żeby szybciej odcinek wyszedł,
And
nie?
let's go. We have recently received information from Boom that the new episode will be divided into 2 parts. Since Boom said that there is too much work,
No
and
właśnie,
in
na
order
dwie
not to delay
części
the release
będą.
date, he will make 2 parts. And just 2 days ago, he said that there was everything will be fine. The new episode will be released in 2 days. And as I said,
2-3 dni
before the release
powiedział.
of the episode, we will receive several more leaks. And just a couple of minutes ago, another leaked frame appeared in merch store, although it is similar to the last frame. But there are also some cool details.
No,
And in
jest
this leaked
mega
frame,
i
we see a
słuchajcie,
police
no
Skibidi Mutant.
masakra z tym jest, patrzcie. Patrzcie jak wygląda ten Skibidi toaleta i on ma coś w ręku tutaj, jakieś broń. Ja nie wiem, co tu się dzieje, ale tutaj jakieś walki będą, takie ostre. I patrzcie, ile tych helikopterów
And also
nadciąga.
several Skibidi helicopters. And as I said in my previous videos, now ordinary Skibidi toilets will look exactly like this. And by
No to jest, słuchajcie, kolejne ulepszenie Skibidi toalet.
the
Masakra.
way, their shape reminds me of Astro toilets. Perhaps a Skibidi scientist once tried to copy the technology of Astro toilets. And it is possible that in this container, there is new type of toilet that will be as similar as possible to Astro
No,
toilets.
nowy rodzaj.
Who knows? But let's look at this policeman because his gaze inspires fear. And I'm not gonna lie, it seems that no one can stop him. At least ordinary agents definitely won't
Ale on musiał już wystrzelić jakieś rakiety wcześniej, bo tu nie ma ich, nie?
cope with him. And just look at that smile. He's definitely crazy. And he has some strange object in his hand. And it's hard for me to
To
say what
wygląda jak sierp taki bojowy. I jakieś runy tu są, jakieś znaki na nim.
it is, but it looks like some kind of sickle. But most likely it will be something else. But this thing is huge, and it looks like with one hit, it will easily destroy an ordinary cameraman.
No to jest jak larcz, nie?
But at the same time, it's hard for me to imagine when a scientist managed to create such mutants.
Ale to jest dziwne, że ma nogi i ręce. To wygląda jakby to nie były już, wiecie, nie wzięli części od large'ów, tylko sami stworzyli je.
And probably that we don't know a lot. And there are even cooler mutants than this one. And perhaps there was another powerful mutant in that container. Also, the name of this leaked frame was Swat Skibidi Mutant.
O, czyli to jest, wiecie, ta policja.
And it is important to note that Boom did not write Swat Skibidi Toilet, but Swat Skibidi Mutant, which means that this is no longer an ordinary Skibidi toilet.
O, no to jest ciekawa podpowiedź, nie? Bo to już świadczy, że to już nie są takie typowe toalety.
And who knows how many such mutants are still on this base. But also do not forget about Michael Jackson and other Skibidi toilets,
No jeszcze jest
who are still
pełno,
in the
nie?
bunker or not far from the bunker. And it looks like we will see them in this episode. And there will be a crazy battle of agents against all the mutants. And I think that cameraman scientist and possibly other special
Myślę, że to scientist, ten naukowiec pokona tego mutanta.
agents will
Myślę,
appear.
że tak będzie.
Because I can't imagine how ordinary cameramen will fight this mutant. But I want to tell you that I have already seen this face somewhere, but I can't remember in which episode. But if you remember in which episode we saw him,
On jest podobny do tego mutanta, który był już wcześniej, tych pierwszych wersji mutantów, ale oczy ma żółte, to jest
then let me
ciekawe.
know. But there is another strange detail. What the hell is this? It looks like some kind of Skibidi toilets, but it also looks like some kind of stones or debris in the air. Although we see the Skibidi
No, to
helicopters
jest dziwne.
clearly, but for some reason these guys have been greatly blurred. Perhaps Boom, as always, is hiding something from us.
O, może Boom to specjalnie zrobił, nie?
But I also
Mm.
noticed a funny detail. And it looks like this is a sickle, and this sickle is from the cartoon Puss in Boots 2, because these sickles have the same signs. And this is a pretty funny reference.
A
but I like it.
rzeczywiście, to
Pretty
jest z
funny
tego.
same signs. Puss in Boots
Kot
2,
w butach.
because these sickles have the same signs. And this is a pretty funny reference, but I like it.
Tak,
And in
jest
this leaked
podobne.
frame, there were more details than the previous 3 frames, and I am shocked by this. But let's talk about the release date. At the moment, we have a new leaked frame. And usually when we get the second
To jest sklepowe, więc myślę, że dzisiaj
from Boom,
odcinek
then a
wejdzie.
new episode comes out the same day or at most the next day.
Raczej
So most
dzisiaj
likely the
będzie.
new episode will be released today in about 10 hours. But maybe faster. I don't know for sure. but I think it will definitely be released within 24 hours. So be sure that you have
Kurde, nieźle, słuchajcie, ale jeszcze mamy
is not
jeden.
covering his
Mamy Elitę, zobaczymy co on
the
powie.
new leak to the merch store without any notice. And with this new crazy leak that adds some context to the last 3 leaks we received, I think we can safely assume that the next episode will be coming out very soon. Because as you guys might remember, I asked Boom when the episode
A, to
72
Elita
part 1
zapytał
would come out
wtedy.
in my last leak analysis, and his response was that only 2 to 3 days of work was left. And since we got a new leak just now that was posted to the merch store, even though this is not confirmed in any way, it'll be safe to assume that the next episode will be coming tomorrow if everything
Ja myślę, no wiecie, ten odcinek został nagrany wczoraj, więc dzisiaj prawdopodobnie będzie ten odcinek nowy.
goes right.
Ale
And before I
super.
go ahead and show you this new leak, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you don't want to miss the analysis when episode 72 part 1 comes out. Anyways, here we go. As you guys know, Boom already showed us about 3 leaks and also answered a bunch of questions because it's been a while since a new episode came out, so this new leak isn't something crazy new.
No mamy
but it
nowe przecieki i widzimy, że te helikoptery... Chyba, że słuchajcie, ta grupa Skibidi Toilet, które to widzimy, to jest taka do zadań specjalnych. To jest ostatni rzut, który mogą rzucić te najlepsze doborowe jednostki do walki, bo to tak wygląda, bo te Skibidi Toilet są takie zrobione jako takie jednostki specjalne. To widać zresztą, nie? I te helikoptery
actually adds
inne.
on to one of the leaks we've seen. The first thing you'll notice if you try to download this new leak will be the file name because it actually says the name that Boom decided to give this toilet, and many people have been calling him Police Mutant.
Już nie Skibidi Toilet, tylko Skibidi Mutant,
Toilet,
nie?
or Mutant Police Toilet, which includes me as well, but Boom named the file Swat Skibidi Mutant 72. This means we might have to call him SWAT Mutant Toilet or something similar, and if we move on to the actual leak, as you can see on the screen, this leak is once again of the new Mutant Police Toilet that we saw, but this time his shield is not covering his face, and we can actually see his whole body, and holy moly, bro, is actually stacked.
No,
It's
wygląda
not just the fact
kozacko.
that he is tacked, but besides everything that's going on in the background, which I'll get into in a moment, it looks like both the police toilets and the mutant toilets have been improving a lot. We keep seeing upgraded versions of police toilets and mutant toilets. Even in episode 71, the Buzzsaw mutant toilet looked a lot stronger than before, and he seemed like he had a bigger presence than before. It looks the same here as well, and his grin literally shows this to be
Możemy się spodziewać, że Tytani też dostaną od G-Mana, G-Man dostanie nogi albo ręce.
true. Bro has
Później.
4 rockets, a whole shield, and even a weapon in his hand. It's not clear what type of weapon he is carrying, but it does look like a scythe, just like Death himself, and the weapon does look like the weapon that the wolf had, in Puss in Boots. Even the
No to jest nawiązanie do kota w butach, nie?
symbols on the weapon are almost the same as much as we can see. We'll most likely watch him demolish a bunch of cameramen in the next episode. Now, if we look behind at the destruction, we'll be able to see that the shielded helicopter toilets we saw on the earlier leaks are a group of helicopter toilets, and not just one. And as I mentioned in my last video, their fates are already sealed, and they'll all most likely be dying just because they are helicopter toilets. One thing in this image that remains a secret are the 2 weird, gray-looking toilets in the sky. About these, they might be some
Tak jakby to było coś nowego i Boom nie chciał tego, wiecie, wyjawić. Ale odcinek myślę, że dzisiaj będzie.